Sanatana Dharma, which is popularly known as Hinduism, gives us choice of so many gods. That is the grandness of this religion. There are so many gods that we can worship. Gods may be many, but they are all manifestations of the same consciousness which we call Brahman. Similarly, we have so many realized gurus, true gurus. Gurus are many, but they are all representatives of the same one God. When we are on the path of spiritual progress, we are told gods are many, but hold on to one God. Worship one form of the God. This is called Ishta Devata. We have to choose our Ishta Devata. It is not like choosing in the market. From the depths of the heart, we will feel an attraction for a form of the Lord. Or if we are blessed, the Guru will tell us who is our Ishta Devata. Once the Ishta Devata is chosen, we are told have Ishta Nishta, steadfast devotion to the God whom you have accepted as your everything. This Ishta Nishta is very important for progress in spiritual life. Constant recollection of God is the method for God realization. For constant recollection, I should have one pointed focus, that is Ishta Nishta, that is unswerving devotion to my Ishta Devata. How is this? This is like the housewife's devotion for her husband. Sri Ramakrishna tells this. She will serve her brother-in-law, she will serve her in-laws, she will serve all the other people, family members, very lovingly, but she has a special relationship only with her husband. That is the spirit in Ishtanishta. I will worship all gods. I may have all the pictures of all the gods in my puja room, but my Ishta Devata is my Ramakrishna. That is where I focus. This one-pointed focus is very essential. One example we see is Gopal Irma. This old lady who was a widow, childhood widow, for over 40 years, she worshipped Balagopala. And what was the result? She had the divine vision of Balagopala. And not only that, that Balagopala led her to the Gopala who was manifest there as Ramakrishna. That is the end result of Ishtanishta. This Ishtanishta can also take a negative form. We should be aware and we should be careful not to fall into the trap. There are so many forms of God. I accept them all, but I love and have a special relationship only with my Ishta Devata. That does not mean I ignore or I even hate other gods. Swami Vivekananda tells the story of a person called Ghantakarana. This man was an ardent devotee of Lord Shiva. So he will worship Shiva. Ishta Devata, Ishta Nishta is extreme. But it became extreme to this extent that he started hating other forms of God, not realizing that all forms of God are manifestations of one God. So if Vishnu or Kali or Krishna is mentioned, he will be very angry. It irritates him. He will worship only Lord Shiva. Now the children in the village came to know of this idiosyncrasy of this man. So when he would pass by, they would repeatedly, just to tease him, repeat the names of Rama, Krishna or Kali. He could not bear to even hear the name of other gods. So he tied two bells to his ears. When someone utters the name other than Lord Shiva, he will shake his head. The bells will ring so that the sound of the other Lord's name will not reach his ears. This is extreme. This is called fanaticism. There are people who are fanatic like that. That is not Ishtanishta. My Ishtanishta should not become fanaticism. This is the point we have to take. We hold on to the Ishta Devata because that mantra which we have received from the Guru, that will give us everything we need, and the final God realization also is achieved with that mantra. Everything is in that small Ishta mantra. If we don't have this faith and we start looking into other forms of God and hoping that someone will save me someday, we will lose out. Progress comes only when I focus on my Ishta Devata.
Nishta is an essential quality for all spiritual seekers. Without Nishta, one cannot attain the chosen ideal. The faith, there is a chance of losing, but faith leads to the Nishta. The faith is theoretical part, and Nishta is a practical part of that. And Nishta is found even in Vishnu Sahasranama. Sannyasa Krichamashanto Nishta Shanti Parayanam. Nishta Shanti Parayanam. Here, one of the names of Shri Vishnu, 1,000 names of Shri Vishnu, Nishta means abode of all beings. All beings resides in Shri Vishnu, in the Lord. There is Sannyasa Krichamashanto Nishta Shanti Parayanam. Nishta, the next word comes Parayanam. Parayanam is goal of life. The goal of life is to reach that abode of beings that is also known as Nishta. So based on that, one must have that complete devotion to the one chosen ideal that will lead to the ultimate goal of life. Look, that is the reason Nishtha is an essential quality of every spiritual seeker. Just like Sri Ramakrishna's life. Sri Ramakrishna, if he has taken any one path, he would immerse in that ideal and she should see that he will completely merged in that ideal. Just for example, he practiced all the disciplines according to Hindu religion and Islam sadhana. When he started practicing Islam sadhana, he did not go to temple at all. Completely immersed in one ideal. That is called Nishta. That is the practical side of the Nishta. Even Sri Ramakrishna's father, when before coming to Kamarpukur, he was in Dere, Gram, just 4 kilometers away from Kamarpukur. And there was a man, Ramananda Rai, the litigation against him. He was false witness for Ramananda Rai. But Shudiram was completely holding on to the truth, Satyanishta. That is the reason, because of holding on to the truth, even though he knew that he will lose all his properties, he did not give up his truthfulness. That is Nishta, Satyanishta. For that reason, God himself taken birth in his house. So, Nishta will lead to the ultimate goal of human life. Ultimately, it leads to the abode of beings, that is Nishta, the Bhagavan himself. Bhagavan himself has taken birth in his house. Just similarly, in the life of Hanuman, in Hanuman Nataka, in every Ekadashi we sing the hymn from Hanuman Nataka, that is Shinate Janakinate Abheda Paramatmani Tatapama Sarvasam Rama Kamala Lochana. I know Shinate Janakinate, Vishnu and Janakinath, Sri Ramachandra, there is no difference among them. But even then, my love for Sri Ramachandra, lotus-eyed Sri Ramachandra, it's immense. That is my life. That is the Nishta everyone must have. So that is why Swamiji taken this idea. Swamiji quote, I quote from Swami Vivekananda. Swamiji says, take up one idea, think of it, dream of it, let the brain mother full of that idea. That is the way of success. That is the way to success. The one idea, that is called Nishtha. And similarly in Bhagavad Gita we find, Lokesmin dvidha nishtha para proktha mayanaka jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yogina. For that, so two types of people. One is jnana nishtha and karma nishtha. For the beautiful example I can narrate, that is from the life of Tulsi Das and Surdas. Both of them were contemporary. Both of our friends. One evening, they were walking towards forest. They were strolling into forest area. Suddenly, they heard the voice of tiger. Immediately, the Surdas started running away. But Tulsi Das stood up and there. He did not move 1 inch. After some time, but tiger went away. And again they came together. Then just Caesar teased Surdas, why? Your Lord Krishna did not save you. No, no, no. What to do? My love for Krishna is a very small boy. See, he himself started running away. That's why I started running behind him. See, here you can find, here Tulsi Das Ji, he had the Nishta on the power of Sri Ramachandra. And here Surdas had the Nishta on love of Sri Krishna.
To understand Nishta, how important Nishta is in spiritual aspirant's life is very, very important. Unless and until you have Nishta, you cannot reach spiritual goal. To get Nishta, we need to have two things, love and faith. So we will see what's the difference between these two things. So I would like to tell you a story about this faith. As I said, faith means knowledge about God. So there is a story. Story goes like this. A Sadhu Babaji came to meet a manager who is known to him in a city. So when he had come to this manager's office, manager was in out of station. Then manager attendant served this Sadhu Babaji so well with dedication and devotion. And this Sadhu Babaji very happy with his devotion and dedication. And while going back, because anyway to manager to come to this city takes 2-3 days. So while leaving that place, Sadhu Babaji presented a parasamani to the attendant. And since this attendant is so much loyal to the manager, because of the manager only he got an opportunity to serve this Sadhu Babaji, he decided that he wanted to present this parasamani, this stone, magic stone, to the manager himself. And he kept on manager's table. After 2 days, manager returned. Because with the dejected mood, he came to his office. He found there was a stone on his table. With a raise of anger, he threw away that stone. While throwing away that stone, the stone, touched the latch of the door. And to his surprise, the latch turned into gold. In the meanwhile, this attendant entered and said that when Sadhu Babaji came to meet you and he presented me a parasamani. Parasamani means a magic stone. So if it touches the metal, it turns into gold. Then when he was explaining, so since because of you only I got this opportunity, that is why I wanted to present this parasamani, that is why I kept on your table. Is it? It is a parasamani. And suddenly when he looked at it, that latch turned into gold. Immediately he asked the attendant to get that stone. And he got the stone and he touched his own watch. And watch also became gold. So now, because he has learned knowledge about that stone, since he knows that the parasamani is a magic stone, so when he touches the metal turns into gold. Since he has got the knowledge of the stone, now his love for the parasamani increased double. So once you gain the knowledge about the God, automatically we will love the God. So thereby we will have a Nishta also. So that is why the faith means knowledge about God is very, very important. Once you have knowledge about God, automatically your love for the God increases. Once you love for the God, your chosen deity increases. Automatically that love for God turns into a Nishta. Because you cannot leave this parasamani so easily. It's always with you only. Because so you know about its knowledge. That is why when you know about your chosen deity thoroughly, automatically you'll have a lot of Nishta towards this chosen deity. In the Ramakrishna order, they say, Gurus, Sangha Gurus, they say, when they give the mantra diksha, your chosen deity is Sri Ramakrishna. But they will not say that when you visit any temple or you should not visit Any temple, they will not say that. Because whenever and wherever you visit any temple, you see your chosen deity only in that deity itself. So that is a reason in the spiritual life, the Nishta is very important. Sri Ramakrishna often say, so if you want to dig the well, after digging 150 feet, if you don't get the water, you need not to change the place, another place and dig the well there. There, if you don't get the water, again you go to another place, dig the well. So you never get the water. So when you have a Nishta, holding on to that Nishta, holding on to that particular deity, when you start doing spiritual practices, automatically you will realize God.
I would like to mention one incident from Sri Ramakrishna's life which transformed one of his household disciples, Sri Girish Chandra Ghosh. Once Girish Chandra Ghosh came to meet Swami Vivekananda at Belur Math. Swami Vivekananda took him to the nearby tree. Under the tree they sat for some time. Seeing these two people, many young monks, they gathered around them and quickly asked them, please tell us something about the master. You both were with master for a long time. He loved you both very much. Please tell us something. Then Vivekananda, turning to Girish, just he mentioned, please tell something about the master. So Girish, with folding his hands, closed his eyes and started narrating small instances. He said, my dear friends, you all know that the whole Calcutta people, they also know that I am rejected by all the people of the society because of my sinful life. People even did not turn where I used to stand there. So such was my condition. And the bad days also came with very severely. And I prayed to the Almighty, is there any help to save me? Please come and help me. I cried and cried for several days. Finally, the grace of God came. Someone took me to the master. And at the first sight, he accepted me. Even after knowing all my evil qualities, bad tendencies, he accepted me. None except the master. He only accepted me initially. Later on, he blessed me with some devotion, which encouraged me to see some light. I also can have a better life. And the master introduced me to all these young people. That satsanga helped me. Seeing the young boys with pure heart, with more dedication, serving the master with the Ishta Nishta, I also developed to have such devotion, that Ishta Nishta. And finally, even during the master's time, I was marveled for my devotion towards God. And later on, I became pure and more pure. And today, you can see one of the miracles of the master. A sinful man with all the bad qualities has turned into a gold through his sparsha. That purity, that devotion which has instilled in me had made me to sit near to the a person, this Naren, is a born perfect, born pure, is a born rishi. He has made me to sit equal to him. Is it not a great miracle of the Master? So, my dear friends, anyone and everyone can definitely become a saint if he develops in Ishta Nishta, devotion, one-pointed devotion to this ideal society. This is very clear in my life. So I always request all of my friends to have Ishta Nishta. You may worship many gods and goddesses in different religions also, but your Ishta should be, your Nishta should be towards your Ishta. This will surely take you to the Almighty, your distant goal. So this is how Grace concluded with tears in eyes. Swamiji also, and those who were present, the tears appeared in their eyes also. So the point is, if we have the real devotion towards our Ishta, we are sure to attain our goal. May Sri Ramakrishna, Mother Sarada, Swamiji, and all the people can bless us with more devotion, with one-pointed devotion. We shall pray to them for the welfare of all. And also, we all shall pray for the public in this lockdown period. Many people have lost their life. Many are suffering. Many millions of people are put under a lot of pressure. We pray to Almighty, we pray to Holy Trinity to bring some solution to this crisis so that the world will see the better world in the near future. We are sure very shortly by Sri Ramakrishna's grace, we will see the right and we will live as we were living earlier, only with more devotion. Thank you.